Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. At our part of the world, it seems to be quite sunny, which is rather nice. I've had a rather grey week this week. As you know, seems to be. Oh, of course, the mirror goes all a bit funny, doesn't it? As you know, last week I was away in France, which was just beautiful, and my God, did I need it. So I'm sorry we didn't do a Friday Focus, but I'm back and I'm raring to go this week, and I'm doing huge amounts of work on my business and restructuring quite a lot of parts of my business, getting a lot of VA help and stuff so that I can really systemize it. And I'm really hoping that, things are really on the up as far as me strategizing, planning and sorting out my business is concerned, which is great. It's really exciting. But I'm really excited to be here today on this Friday talking about tips for starting or running a successful small business. Now, these are going to be tips that you probably won't have heard. We've all heard about you need to make sure that your bank account's up and running. You need to make sure that you've got a good accounting system running, whether that's a cloud accounting system or an Excel system or whatever it happens to be, and all those sorts of things. Like, we know all of those. But these are five tips which might really help you think about your business in a different way, hopefully make you fall back in love with your business, hopefully start to make your business more profitable, because that's what my aim is to make your business as profitable as possible, and to help you make it as profitable as possible. I can't actually speak this morning, so I'll put my teeth back in, but never mind. Hey, so any of us know, if we're running our own business, that it's a what you call a learn as you go process. It's a trial and error thing, but when you're starting out, the more smart decisions that you can make early on, the better chance your company has for success. So let's go through these five tips in order. So the first one is address excuses. Now, I am absolutely brilliant at coming up with every excuse you can possibly think of for not doing this, or even when people give me amazing advice. This week I specifically put on one of the groups that I'm in a post saying, right, I need some help. I'm not focusing on the work that I need to do enough. I'm getting distracted by emails. I'm doing this, etc., and I'm not doing what I want to do. And so therefore what's happening is that the important parts of my work, the compliance part of my work, the client-facing part of my work, is being left because I'm getting distracted by writing blogs or doing content creation or setting up MailerLite or whatever it happens to be. And I got so much fantastic advice, unbelievable advice. And when I replied to that advice, I was giving excuses as to why I couldn't do it. And I know I do this a great deal. So I really looked at what I was doing and started to listen to what my excuses were, but listen to also obviously what their advice was, but listen to what my excuses were and why I was coming up with those excuses. And it came down to a mindset thing, which I then started journaling on, which has really, really helped me. And actually, as I say, addressing excuses is huge. It's enormous. There are so many people in the world who dream of becoming an entrepreneur, dream of running their own small business, but they never do it. Why don't they do it? Because they are burdened with excuses and fears of failing, but also fear of success, actually. Fear of success. Yeah, I told you I couldn't speak today. Fear of success is a massive, massive thing. What sort of excuses will you come up with? Or I haven't got enough money, or it's too much responsibility, or I don't have the time to do it, whatever it happens to be. It doesn't really matter what it is, but address those excuses. Why have you got those excuses? Why are you coming up with those excuses? And what can you do to deal with them? So let's face it, I mean, becoming your own boss is really scary. Suddenly you've got so many things to do. You've got to sell, you've got to market, you've got to do your finances, you've got to do all of your admin. It's all your responsibility, but actually it's not. And addressing those excuses is a massive, massive part of it. So listen. Number 2 is listen, absorb everything you possibly can. Doesn't matter what it is. Everything that people have to say, whether it's friends or family or experts or sometimes even yourself, actually. But listen to it, become a sponge, soak it all up, read every book you possibly can, become an expert in your business and how to run it, what the best way is. You don't have to necessarily take everybody's advice, but listen to every single possible thing. Keep notes from every resource that you can. It gets a little bit chaotic after a while unless you really keep track of all of these notes, which is what I'm now having to do. Sort out all my resources and things like that. When you tell people about your new business, look at their body language. Work out what it is that they might be saying. Do they like the idea? Are they excited by it? Do they think, God, why is she doing that? Or why is he doing that? Honestly, has he really thought this through? Just look. Or are they actually just being nice and thinking that you're going in the wrong direction? Encourage your listeners to be really, really honest with you, because it is crucial. When we are so passionate about our new business that we're starting, it's quite difficult sometimes to listen to other people's views and hear what they have to say about it. But quite often, especially if they run their own businesses, they do know about the pitfalls. They do understand them. So it is a good idea to listen to them and see what you can do. Learn from the mistakes of other business owners that you've met. One of the most important tips that I was taught 20-something years ago when I started my business is to be the solution. Be the solution to your client's problems. So when you're starting out your business, instead of starting with your idea of what to sell or what services you're going to offer or whatever it happens to be, think about what it can solve. It's a lot easier to gain a really solid customer base when your business is fixing a problem. Like, for instance, I'm an accountant and I'm a business focus expert. And when I first started up, I thought, okay, fine, well, I'm just going to do people's bookkeeping and then I'm going to do people's accounts when I was fully qualified, etc. And I've got the experience that I needed. And I didn't really think about this at all, even though somebody had said it to me very, very early on. And then about 6 months in, I thought, I'm not getting the right clients here. What's happening? Why aren't I getting the right clients? Why is my customer base not how I want it to be? And then I remembered what this person, actually it was my uncle, had said to me, that if you can be the solution. So when you're starting off, as I say, think about what you will solve. So I started thinking about what I solve. I solve people's vague sense of panic that they haven't done everything right for HMRC. I solve people's worries about what they need to be doing for to be compliant with either Companies House or HMRC, whichever, depending on whether they're self-employed or they're limited companies. And I help people understand their numbers so that they can get to really love their businesses more. And once I started realizing that I was providing the solution, then my customer base changed, and my ideal client became much clearer to me. So therefore I could start marketing to my ideal client, and therefore your customer base becomes much more solid. So you need to really hone in on this. It's really, really important to do that. One of the other most important things to do is to keep it simple. Running a business does not have to be complicated. It should not be complicated. The more simple that you can possibly make it, the easier it's going to be to run. If you let your new wonderful concept snowball into something that's really overcomplicated, then you could possibly end up with a really expensive, elaborate end product that actually nobody really wants to buy. So if you start small, narrow your focus and keep it as simple as possible. Count the costs. This is absolutely imperative. Add up how much it's going to cost to set it up, to run it. Do a cash flow forecast. With my new businesses, I suggest to my clients that they use an Excel spreadsheet to do a cash flow forecast, and they do it on a monthly basis so that they know exactly what they're going to have to pay out. And things will change because they do. And with COVID and everything else going on, it means that we've all had to sort of adapt and change things quite a lot. So it makes a very, very big difference if you've got a cash flow forecast. Earn while you build. This is the last one, and this is so important. When you're wanting to start off your small business, don't quit your day job quite yet. Just got to really, really think about this. If you can cut down on the amount of work that you're doing in your day job in order to sort of start your startup slowly and surely, then you can start to hopefully the other one can overtake each other, and then with any luck, you'll have a really, really good business. And actually, this is another tip because it's so important. Speak up about your business. Tell everybody that you can, whether that's on social media, whether that's in the pub, now that we can go back to pub, whether that's in a networking meeting. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter how scared you are talking about it. I hated doing these lives. Absolutely hate it. I quite enjoy it now, actually. Because I can see how much it's giving to other people. But if you don't talk about your business, how's anybody going to know? You know about it, your friends, your family know about it, but anybody else, they're probably not going to know about it. And ask for referrals. Every time you have a client who says, oh my God, thank you so much for this is amazing, or I love this product, whatever it is, ask them for a referral. Ask them for a recommendation. So those are my, well, actually 6 top tips, but I think that they are absolutely crucial, and you probably won't have heard the majority of them before, but try addressing those, especially the excuses one. One of the things that I learned this week is I've been doing a wheel of life for years and years and years, 8 different segments for the different parts of your life, rating them 1 to 10, how they are, how you can move from 5 to 6 or whatever it happens to be. But somebody suggested to me yesterday, it was so simple, it's unbelievable, but it's so obvious. Do a wheel of life on the one part of work, the one part of your business or your work or your life that you really, really need some help with. So I did it on my business, and I did it first thing this morning, and it was just eye-opening. So you have 8 different sections just for your business. Which ones are you really concentrating on a scale of 1 to 10? Where are you? Okay, you might be on an 8 for one thing, but actually on the other, you're only on a 2. Ooh, well, how are you going to get from a 2 to a 3? What is the one step that you could take? That one step that you could take that is going to make an enormous difference to how you're running your business. Now, whether that's getting help, delegating, whether that's reorganizing how you're doing things, it doesn't make any difference. But if you can do that wheel of life on your business and have that one step for each thing that you can increase from a 2 to a 3 or a 5 to a 6 or a 7 to an 8, whatever it happens to be, it will make such a big difference to your business. And it makes you look at things in a very different way. So I'm going to love you and leave you now. Thank you all so much for being on here, and comments in the box. Be lovely to hear from you. It's really lovely that you're here. I will be here next Friday. I'm not going to tell you what the topic is yet. You have to wait and see. Have a fabulous weekend and a fabulous next week, and I will see you all next Friday. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye.